Today on the Bowie Youth Showcase, we will focus on dreams and how to find the courage to follow them. Sit tight, we will be right back with one of our guests.
Seven 7,000 high school students drop out every school day. Let's catch them before it's too late. To start helping students in your community, visit boostup.org.
Hello and welcome to the Bowie Youth Showcase. My name is Jasmin Hall. Alice Dahl Tyson is making her dreams a reality. She has been a licensed hairstylist in the DMV for numerous years, and more recently she has become the author of A Guide to Living a Joyful and Positive Life Behind the Chair. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so glad for you to have me here. I'm so excited. I'm just full of joy, full of joy.
Well, before we get into things, let's just start with the basics. So why did you decide to write a book at this point in your life?
Well, I felt it was needed. I always kept a journal. I always wrote in my journal every night, and I always expressed my feelings on Facebook, and a lot of my friends used to hit like all the time to different quotes and things like that. And so I felt like this is the time. This is the best time, knowing that I had some challenges, and I went through a lot of things. I wanted to share it with people so that they wouldn't have to go through the same things. And, you know, who doesn't want to live a positive life? I mean, who doesn't?
Right. Very true. Okay. Well, I was reading in your book, you were talking about some of the volunteer work that you've done. So can you just tell us a little bit more about how it was, you know, working with the American Cancer Society?
Well, I love giving back. That's number one. And a client of mine came in and said she had a whole bunch of wigs that she just wanted to toss in the trash. And I said, no, 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 no. Real good wigs, some brand new in packages. So I called the American Cancer Society and I said, is there any way that these wigs, someone could use them that are going through chemo? And they said, yes, yes. So we started off small like that. People kept giving us wigs. And then we end up having a collection of over 200 wigs that we donated. And that was very exciting to give back, you know. And then I also walked for All Shades of Pink. And that was so much fun, being out there with everybody that had been through cancer or knew someone that was going through cancer. And we had our signs of who we were walking for. And the spirit was just wonderful, just to give back, you know, and giving back to the homeless, and just giving back feels good.
Right,
it does. Yeah. I want to be a blessing to others, and that's why I do it.
Okay, great. Well, I don't know if everyone else is familiar with you, but I do know that you produce a show, Doll's Beauty Show. So can you just tell us where that idea kind of came from?
Well, I intended on starting out with just hair. You know, doing hairstyles and makeovers and things like that, fashion shows. But then as I started to really get into the guests, they had more things to talk about other than just on the outer beauty. But some of the things that they were going through, struggles that they were going through and dealing with, that they could give someone hope. You know, so the show kind of gravitated more to the beauty of life than Doll's Beauty Show, but it's been a fun ride, I'm telling you. I've done some crazy fun stuff with the show, like be a clown in the circus, and got in with sharks, and I took my cameras on vacation, and I never thought that being in television would be as exciting as it has been. It's been so much fun.
Okay, and I know throughout the book you were talking about your mother a lot. So can you kind of just tell us how you think she has kind of impacted your life and just influenced some of your decisions throughout the years?
Well, I had a mother that really truly believed in me, and she always told me that you can make it, you can be somebody, and, you know, stay positive and look up to the best, you know. And I always looked up to Oprah Winfrey, Martin Luther King, Dr. Dorothy Height. I always picked role models that were doing the things that were positive. And she used to say, be careful who you listen to. And I just thank God that I picked those role models, because I don't think I'd be sitting here today, you know, if it wasn't for them and some of the good role models in our community. Because we have everyday people. I mean, they're not famous, but we have a lot of everyday people, such as your mom, you know, and, you know, that are good people that will help you along the way. You know, and she invited me here on this show, and I just think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful that you have a group of community people that want to lift you up.
Okay, yeah, definitely is.
Yeah,
okay. So
because Oprah, in my book, I put her quote, surround yourself with people that want to lift you higher. And that's very important, very.
Some solid stuff, definitely. Okay, now, just like you were talking about earlier, your show's taking you on many unique experiences
fun times
throughout the world. So can you tell us about a time where you felt like you were completely out of your comfort zone, just trying something, and you were kind of sitting there thinking, what am I doing? Like, and you know, how did you?
A lot of times.
So how did you force yourself to kind of go through with it, and you know, like
just
how did the outturn?
Because you think about the other person. Like, for instance, I had to interview someone with a broken heel. I broke my heel. My dress got kind of messed up that day, and I just had to keep pressing forward. We did the best we could. I was tippy-toeing around and saying, don't get my shoes, don't get my shoes. You know, and then there were times where we would film something and the sound would be gone. We would get back to check our footage, and where's the sound? You know, no sound, and we had some devastating things, lipstick on my teeth, hair out of place. I mean, we can go on and on and on, but we persevered, we kept going, we kept putting out those good shows, and no one knew but me and the camera person. Everybody else knew that it was a good show, and I'm like, if they only knew.
So what do you think was one of your most memorable times overseas? I know you said you rode a camel, you tried some interesting different foods that might be considered delicacies. So just, you know, one time.
Yeah, I encourage people to try different things and go different places, broaden your horizons. And I tell you, it's always been great. Anywhere I go on the face of this earth is a blessing to me. You know, it's not one particular place. I loved dog sledding in Alaska. You know, I loved jumping out of a plane, skydiving, that was fun. I love trying different foods, you know, different places all over the world. I love different cultures. I love dancing to different music. You know, I just have this love for life, and I just feel that we should be grateful to have each day and each moment. Just sitting here with you right now is a blessing to me, and to have these wonderful camera people surrounding, and CTV Channel 76 having me on their show, and Bowie Youth Showcase. You know, I'm always just grateful, you know, and that's in my book too, about being grateful for what we have, you know, and that's why I loved giving back and sharing, being positive, and having an exciting life, a fulfilled life.
Okay, so although it seems like you've tried it all, is there anything that's left that you haven't done that you see yourself wanting to do? Oh
my goodness. There's so many things. I mean, I haven't even begun. I would love to give more. You know, I've given back for the homeless. I've done American Cancer Society. But if I could fulfill people's dreams, just like I've been able to fulfill mine, you know, I would love to be able to do that. I would love to be able to give back more. That's, you know, be a more server, serve more, go on mission trips, you know, help people, the poor over in other countries, you know, take some young people and fulfill their dreams and goals. You know, let's see what you like to do, and see you make your dreams come true.
Okay. Now, what do you think is one thing in the book specifically that you would want readers to take away from it? Like, if they don't get anything else out of it, what's the main thing you would like for them to get from it?
Well, what I would want them to get from it is challenges. Sometimes we have some hard times in our life. Even with Doll's Beauty Show and being an entrepreneur, having my own business, it hasn't always been easy. But to keep the joy, to keep the laughter, to keep the excitement and the passion for your dreams. You know, and I'm sure Martin Luther King, Oprah, Dr. Dorothy Height, so many stars out here and everyday people go through challenges. But we have to keep pressing forward. We have to keep learning, be willing to learn. I remember I was so stubborn about the computer, you know, and the phone, you know, when they had the phones, and I was like, I'm not getting a computer. I'm not da-da-da-da-da. And then I thought about it. I said, I'm going to be so way back in the 1800s. I need to step it up and learn, you know, get past not wanting to learn, wanting to be better, wanting to get better. And that is what I've learned, to be willing to learn. Don't be Miss Know-It-All. I know I got this, I can do this, but be willing to learn more so that you can be powerful and more better. And that's the key. And staying positive in those hard challenges. Still stay positive, still stay happy no matter what, because you're going to have some people out here that don't, you know, dream crushers. They don't want to see your dream come true, but you have to just push forward and stay focused.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on here today, Doll. Behind the Chair, it's out now. I really enjoyed it, so I hope some of our viewers get the chance to enjoy it too. So thank you for coming and talking about it.
Everybody would benefit from reading it. Everybody, men, women, children, adults, it doesn't matter.
Well, hopefully our viewers at home hear that.
Yes.
Okay, coming up, we're going to have a familiar face with us, so stay tuned to see who it is.
All right.
Welcome back. So currently with us, we have, like I was saying, a familiar face, Shadia Musa. If you don't recognize her, she's actually hosted some of our Bowie Showcase episodes here. So we wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit, you know, kind of pick her brain. So welcome.
Hello again.
Okay, so thinking way back, if you can, think back to your very first time hosting, what were some of the thoughts and whatnot going through your brain when you know, came on here on this side?
Yeah, well, I remember I was asked to do an interview, and I was like, an interview, what? And then it was on my 12th birthday, actually. I just turned 12, and it was really nerve-wracking because I had all the papers in front of me, and I was like, okay, I need to memorize all these questions, you know. But overall, it was a really, really good experience. After it was finished, I was like, okay, good. And I was like, let me do another one. I just want to do it again, do it over again. But yeah, I can say it was really, really nerve-wracking, but it was a very good experience. So yeah.
So and how do you think, since those days back in the day, that you have kind of progressed? Like, how do you think, you know, how did you improve, or how did you see yourself kind of growing up as while you were moving up during the show? Well,
definitely I can say that my communication skills definitely improved. I got more comfortable in front of the camera, you know. Yeah, definitely. I got more comfortable talking in front of people, with public speaking and everything. So, you know, I can say that the first experience has actually helped me a lot, especially grow up, you know. I actually did a few programs this summer where I had to do public speaking, and I can really accredit that to this show. It's really, really helped me out. Yeah, I see myself growing in that way, you know. So yeah, I can see myself doing more stuff, extracurricular activities, you know, and I can give credit to the show. It basically got me started, got my foot in the door, so yeah.
That's perfect, because I was just going to ask, other than Bowie Showcase, what are some of the extracurricular type activities you do for fun on the side, or, you know, even serious, but still, you know, outside of the show?
Right, well, at school I'm involved in a lot of activities. I am really into like the fine arts and stuff, so I do play flute for my school band. I'm in their wind ensemble and their jazz lab. I also play flute for the DC Youth Orchestra program.
Great, okay. Very familiar with that program myself.
It's a really great program. I go every Saturday, as you know. I'm also involved in the Fine Arts Diplomacy Endorsement Program. It's something at my school where you have to attend various fine arts programs, shows, during the week, and we have to write reports about it. I'm also involved in National Honor Society at my school, National English Honor Society at my school, Frontiers of Justice, which is an organization that's really focused on, helping, students recognize, social injustices in the world.
Okay, great. That
sounds
great.
So we organize things at our school like Global Solidarity Week. We organize World AIDS Day. We have bake sales, to raise money. I'm also involved in Project Earth, which is something that helps students recognize, environmental problems. So we do a lot of things with like global warming. We encourage recycling throughout the school. So yeah, those are just some of the few things I do. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really done many sports.
That's okay. You seem like you have a lot on your plate already.
Yeah,
so.
But I'm really into, the arts and, helping the world, I guess. So yeah.
Okay, well, I know that you are a senior currently, so kind of wrapping, high school life up. What colleges did you kind of look into, and what specifically were you looking for in colleges that kind of made you, want to apply to them? Right.
Well, personally for me, I was really into the whole small school experience. I really wanted a small school where everything's kind of, together and everyone knows each other in a sense. I know it's really hard to do that at a college. But yeah, I was looking at a lot of schools in Maryland, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, North Carolina. I really wanted to stay on the East Coast. And I really wanted a school that had my major, and I'm really looking forward to majoring in astronomy or astrophysics, which would be really cool. And a lot of schools don't really offer that, so I have been looking at schools that offer that major. I was really looking for, the really good college experience. So I wanted a nice environment, a nice city. But I also wanted a school that was very focused on academics. So that was a huge factor. I was on websites like College Prowler every night and Princeton Review, looking at all the reviews of schools, looking at their rankings and everything. So yeah, the schools I've chosen I'm very happy about so far. I've gotten into 4. I'm still waiting for 3 more.
Great, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, I really am enjoying, the next step, what's going to happen next. Okay. So yeah.
And with those majors you said, can you kind of tell our viewers at home, just give them a little background on it, because I don't know if too many people are well aware of what that entails.
Yeah, okay, well, so astronomy, astrophysics, well, it's really focused on like planetary science, and it really has a strong connection with physics. So basically, I would just be, doing all this theoretical math and all this stuff, looking at like the planets. So it's something I really got into actually when I was really young. This summer I actually did an internship at NASA, and it was really amazing. I really got to sit down and focus on, okay, this is actually what I want to do with my life. So yeah, that's basically all astrophysics is. So yeah.
No, I wasn't too familiar with it, so I'm glad you told me. So now, like I was saying before, your high school days are winding up. Do you have any kind of advice you might give those, I guess, rising seniors or rising juniors? Give them some advice that you've kind of taken away from the whole college search and still kind of balancing high school, like.
Right, yeah. Well, I would definitely say focus on college now. Get your foot in the door now, go visit your colleges, even if you're a sophomore, especially if you're a junior or rising senior. Look at the colleges. Find colleges that have your interests, that have your major, and definitely go visit them. Visits are free. You can go on college visits anytime you want, whenever they offer them. Definitely do that. I would also do intense research to see like if this is the college you really want to go to. But yeah, I would definitely say start now, and then make a list of what colleges you want to go to. For me personally, I did the safe schools, the match schools, and the reach schools. So the safe schools are the schools that you can get into. Match schools are the schools that I fit their criteria. And then the reach schools are the ones that you're really hoping for. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely.
Well, thank you. That sounds like some solid stuff. So many times people forget the little things. So, sometimes you need outside voice kind of telling you. So, but thank you so much. We've enjoyed you here over the years, hosting for us. And, good luck with all of your future plans. Okay.
Thank you.
And I also want to thank our earlier guest, Doll, for joining us and sharing some of her aspirations. I know sometimes that could be daunting. We hope our audience can find ways to now have the courage to follow their dreams like our guest. We close today with some never-before-seen footage from our former guest, the band Ambience. My name is Jasmin Hall, and we hope our audience at home has enjoyed today's show. See you next time.
Into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. I wanna fly like an eagle. Let my spirit carry me now to the revolution. Feed the babies who got nothing to eat. Feed the children with no shoes on their feet. House the people that got nowhere to sleep. Oh, there's a solution. I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. I wanna fly like an eagle. Let my spirit carry me to the revolution. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, 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 slipping into the future. You just gotta fly like an eagle to the sea. I wanna fly like an eagle. Let my spirit carry me now. I wanna fly like an eagle.
The first day stepping on the court, I couldn't keep up. That motivated me to step up my game. When I reach a goal, I set a new one the next day. The best feeling is getting to a place you've been fighting for. Tennis taught me to never give up in anything. School, sports, life. Your opponent has to earn their victory. Nothing in life is guaranteed, so education is important. Going to college is one of my biggest goals. I can't wait. Mastering the court takes persistence. So does getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give.
Advocate.
Volunteer. Live united. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.